Hello everyone, it is Professor Sadiq Noor and today I'm gonna show you and demonstrate to you how to complete Excel chapter number 3 cumulative assignment regarding movies, and the assignment is for PC and Mac. So let's start. So I'm already in the canvas and I'm already under the assignments. So click the assignment and then you have to scroll down from the assignment section of your canvas all the way to chapter number 3. And the assignment is Excel chapter 3 cumulative assessment movies for PC and Mac. So we have to click the link to download the starting files. Now we have to click on open person so that we're going to go to MyLab from the canvas to download the starting files. So once you are here, so click start. You will see these three boxes. Then obviously the first box is to download the starting materials. So your files that you need to work on it is under the download starting materials, right? And then once you're done the assignment, then you have to go to the last box where it says upload the completed assignment, and then from there you're gonna submit your uploaded file for grading. So first is first, we have to start with downloading. So click on download material. So it's only three files. One is the Excel and one is the Microsoft Word that has the instruction in it. So I will download both of them simultaneously. As you see in my Firefox, it says that the file is being downloaded. Now I will close the download starting material dialog box, and then I can close MyLab, and then I can close my Excel, my Canvas, and then I have to work on my assignment offline. So obviously you need Microsoft Excel, the latest Excel 2021 or 2024 installed in your computer. So I minimized it. Now I'm going to the download from the taskbar. You will see the file explorer. Click on it. Then in the left hand side, you will see download. Click on it. And then the two file you just downloaded is already here, right? So we need to use these files. So obviously I have already downloaded. So I will obviously that's why it says one and one. So I will delete this one here, and I will delete here, and then I will just rename it according to the assignment. You don't need to do that. And then this one is the instruction. That's okay. The Excel file is very important. Now I will open the instruction. Double click is gonna open in Microsoft Word. I will maximize it, and then be sure to enable it, and then you can zoom so we can read the instruction well. Now I will go back to my downloads and I will open Excel, which is the most important file in here. So this is Microsoft Excel. So first, let me explain to you the different environment of Excel. So this one here is your quick access toolbar. It consists of undo, redo, and save. This is the title. It says that the title of the workbook, And also it tells you about the application that you are using. You have the search to search for anything regarding Excel, and then you have the minimize and maximize. So if you want to minimize it, if you want to restore, or if you want to close it, if you want to close Excel, all right? So the next one we have is the tabs, right? The tabs is where when you click the tab, below the tab is the ribbon, right? Below the tab is your, so obviously, if you look at here, this is your tabs. In home, insert, page, layout, formulas, these are your tabs. Microsoft application now, they mainly have tabs. Below the tab, this one here, all the way to the end, this is your ribbon. The ribbon consists of groups, and the groups has names, right? So the ribbon consists of consists of consists of so consists of the groups that has names, right? So you see here it says style, number, group, alignment group on the ribbon. So obviously what's inside the group is the command, right? So the good thing is that when you change the tab, your ribbon is going to change accordingly, right? So the other most important thing here is your formula bar. This area here is your formula bar. So anything on the cell, anything you type will be on the formula bar. Formula bar. And then in the left of the formula bar, you have fx. The fx is if you want to enter any function. So we have like more than 300 plus function in Excel, which is the predefined, right? And then you have the checksum and the X. What the checksum does is if you want to enter, if you want to enter, if you want to enter anything you typed, right? So that will be you will press the checksum to enter it. And if you don't want to enter while you typed anything using the formula bar, and you said I don't want it, so you can hit the X. These two guys here, right? Now the last box here is very important. The name box. The name box actually indicate where you are located right now in your cell. So if you want to go to row number 200 on column A. So I will type A200. So always you have to represent the cell by the column name and then the row name, right? So the Excel file is actually is a workbook. Excel file is what? Is a workbook. And the workbook consists of worksheets. So by default, you have only one worksheet to start with. And then you can add as many worksheets. It depends on how big your workbook is. Okay. So by default, we have only one worksheet to start with here. And then you can keep on adding as many you want, right? Now, the question is in one worksheet, how many columns and how many rows we have. So the columns are represented by alphabet, as you see here, A, B, C, D, and the row are represented by numbers, right? So in a standard Excel spreadsheet, so the Excel also is called a spreadsheet, you have up to, see how many rows you have. The rows is equal 1, 0, 4, 8, 5, 7, 6 row. So that's how much rows you have in a single worksheet. The worksheet consists of columns and rows. How many columns? 16,384 columns. All right. So that's a lot of columns and rows. So this is the worksheet tab here. All the worksheet will be displayed here. Then you have the horizontal scroll bar to move to the left or right. And this is your vertical scroll bar to take you up and down. And then the status bar is here. The status bar, it says Excel is ready to go. Accessibility is good for the people with physical challenges. And then that's your normal view. And then you have the print page layout and then the break. So these are the different views actually. But mainly we stick with the normal view, this one here. And then you have the magnifier or the zoom to zoom your worksheet. All right. So with that, let's start. So what we're gonna do, I will zoom so that you're gonna see well. All right. So I have zoomed it. So we have only one sheet, and that worksheet name is data. And then you see the columns, right? And then the rows. The rows are represented by numbers. The columns are represented by alphabet, all right? So let's go and read the steps now using the Microsoft Word. So here, the first thing that we want to do is you want to create a pie chart to show the percentage each category, each category, right? We have to create a pie chart to show the percentage of each category, right? Coordinate to the monthly movie downloads. Select the ranges A5 all the way to A10, and also we have to select column F5 all the way to F10. And we have to create a pie chart, and we have to move the chart to a new sheet, and we have to name that worksheet as April pie chart. All right. So I will I will go back to Excel. So we have to select A5 all the way to A10. Now hold the control key and we have to select F5 all the way to F10. Now you have to release your finger from the control key. Now why you have to press the control key? Because we have to select a non-adjacent cells. So whenever you have to select a non-adjacent cells, you have to select the control key. So select the first one, then hold the control key and select the other required column. So let's go back and read A5 to A10 and F5 to F10 and create a pie chart. So A5 to A10 and F5. So after that, we have to go to the tab insert. And then we have to go to the chart group under the insert tab. Then we have the pie, and then we have to select the pie chart. So click on it, and then we have to move the chart into its own worksheet, right? So click on the chart until you see the circle, the white circle. Now, in the right of the help, I see chart design and format. These are the contextual tabs regarding the object you selected. So in this case, we have selected the chart. So we be sure that you click on chart design and then look at the last group that is named location. So move chart, and then we have to go back to the Word document, and you can copy this, Control and C, or you can click copy from the clipboard in Microsoft Word, and then go back here, and then click, because we want to move the chart in a separate sheet. So click New Sheet and paste, or you can type, and then click OK. As you see, a new sheet has been added in the left of the data sheet, and also our sheet is now have only the chart. So let's go and read next step. Step number 3. The chart needs a descriptive title that is easy to read. So we need to type April 24 by John Ray. So copy this, Control and C as the title of the chart. And then we have to apply boldface, 18-point font size, and black text 1 font color. So go back. Now here, select the chart title, click on it. You can highlight the chart title and then overwrite Control and V. All right. And then you can highlight, and then you can go to the format, right? Or I can go to the home. We want a boldface. It was already bold when I copied. So boldface is already there. The size has to be 18. It's 14 now, so change it. Click the drop down, 18. And then, so 18 point will be the font size, and black text 1, the font color. So go back to the big A with a red underline, the big A, and we want it to be black text 1. Perfect. You can also zoom if you want to zoom it. Okay, you can zoom it. Next, we're done with step number 3. Now, percentage and category data label will provide identification information for the pie chart. So we need to add the data labels in the inside and position. So first we need to add the labels inside and position. So click the chart, and then you will see these shortcut buttons. Click on the plus, and then you need the data label to check it, and then click the arrow, and then we are looking for outside and inside end. All right, so let's read again. Is it inside or outside? So add the data label in the inside end position, and then select the category name and percentage labels. Remove the value data labels and the legend. So let's go back. click the arrow in the right of the data labels and then click more option. So we need the category name, and then we are looking for percentage, and we don't want the value. All right, we don't want the the we don't want the level, right? So next we want to do is let's read again. So we need to select the category name, which we did, percentage labels, remove the value data labels and the legend, and apply 40 points font size and black text to the color data labels. So here the legend is not there actually. All right, so the legends is not there. So if you see that here, the legend, we took it off. We don't have it. All right. So if you look at here, if you look here, the label options, all right? So category name, we took out the value, percentage, and then if you want to show, we need the show leader, legend key, so that's okay. Now, the next thing they said, so let's close the format data labels, and we don't want the legend, right? So we have to go here. Before we go to the next step, so we need to apply 14 point size. So while the label is been selected, let's go to the home, change to 18, all right? And then we want the color to be black and text 1, all right? Now, let's go back and read. Now click here and take off the legend. So we don't see the legend anymore, right? Now you want to focus on the comedy movies by exploding it and changing its color, its fill color. So they explode the comedy slice by 7% and apply the dark red fill color. So the comedy is here. So be sure that you click look again. When you click the whole thing be selected, that click again and be sure that the white dot is only on the comedy slice, right? You will do right click and go to format data point. And then in the pane, in the right hand side pane, you will see explode the point. So we want 7%, 7%. So we will spin the arrows to 7. Perfect. All right. And then you can fill solid fill, and then you can go to the color here, and we are looking for dark red. dark red. All right, let's go and read. So you want to focus on the comedy movie by exploding it and changing its fill color. So we went to explode the comedy slice by 7% and we applied the dark red fill color. Step number 6. A best practice is to include the alt text for accessibility compliance. So to add the alt text, so I will copy it. We need to include the period also. So instead of typing, I will copy it. Control and C to copy. We have to go back. Now what you need to do, you will need to click until you see that it's been selected, then do right click on it. You can close the format chart pane. Now, after the chart has been selected, do right click and look for view the alt text. Click on it. I don't have anything in here, so paste what you copied. Control and V. All right. And then you can close it. Perfect. Now, let's read next. Step number 7. Next, you want to create a combo chart to depict the monthly total and, and the percentage and the percentage by category. All right. So we need to display the data sheet, which is the one we have, the data sheet. And we have to select A4 all the way to A10 and then F4 all the way to G10. And then we have to create the cluster column dash line on the secondary axis combo chart. So first let's go back to Excel, click the data sheet here. Now we need to select A4 all the way to A4 all the way to A10. Now we have to select F4, hold the control key, all the way to G10. So F10 all the way to G10. Now we're gonna go to Insert tab, and then you can click on the recommended, and then you can click on all chart, and then we have to go to the last one, combo. Now move your cursor over it. This one is cluster column dash line. This one is cluster column line on secondary axis. So that's the one we are looking at. And then click OK. So next, you want to position the chart below the data source. So cut the chart and paste it in A13. So click on the chart until you see the circle dot, then go to home and cut it, go to A13, and then go back to the clipboard under the home and paste. All right. So the chart is here. Now we need to change the height and the width to 6. So the height should be 3.5. So if you click format under the size, so what they want the height, 3.5. 3.5. And then what about the worth? You see the share worth, the share worth 6. Press the enter key. Perfect. Now let's read the instruction again. Number 9 step. Change the combo title to April 2012 downloads. Copy, Control and C, or you can just go here and copy it. Go to Excel, click on the chart, highlight the chart title, and then go to Home and paste. Perfect. Go back to the instruction. Apply the black text one font to the chart title. So the chart is already been selected. So go here to the font under the font group and then the big A, and then look for text, black text one. Perfect. So you can highlight again to confirm. Perfect. Click anywhere to deselect the title. Scroll down. Now the axis title will help distinguish the number and the percentage of downloads, right? So we need to add a primary value access title, and then we need to name number of download. So I will copy these, copy. So we need to put that in the X title. So go back, click here, and then we need the title access. Check the box and then click the plus to hide it. Now click here and highlight and then paste number of downloads. Add the secondary value access title and type percentage of the monthly download. Copy, Control and C, or just copy from here. Go to your Excel. That's your axis, horizontal axis. Highlight and paste. Perfect. Go back. Apply the black text font to both the value accesses. So select this, highlight, go to the Home tab, go to the font, click on the big A, and we are looking for black text one. This one, highlight, go to the font, under the Home, click the A, and then select black text one, the font color. Perfect. Go back to the instruction. So we're done with step number 10. 11. Now that you added an access title for each vertical axis, you can remove the legend and format the secondary to display the whole percentages. All right. So remove the legend for the combo chart and display 0 decimal place for the secondary value. So first we need to remove the legend, this one here. So click the plus sign and then remove the checksum from the legend. As you see, the legend is gone. All right. And then in the secondary values, which is this one here, click on it. And then to hide the chart element, just click the plus again. So select the secondary vertical axis value, and we want to get rid of the period. You see the dot 0.0. So do right click after you select it, and then go to format axis, and then scroll all the way down until you see in the format access pane, you will see not the label, the number. Click on it to expand it, then scroll down, and then you don't want any decimal, so just make it 0. Press the enter key and close the format access pane with the X. So now we took care of the secondary access with no decimal place now. Perfect. Let's read again. So remove the legend for the combo chart. Display 0 decimal place for the secondary value access. We done that. Now you want to add some color to the plot area for the combo chart. So we need to apply light gradient dash S1 green fill color for the plot area. So what we need to do, we need to click and click, right? So first click the top and then click the inside. So both of them has to be selected. Now go to chart design, the contextual tab here. Click on it, right? So click again, I deselect it like this, right? When you selected both of them, so the next thing you want is go to design, or you can go to format, and then look here, it should read plot area, right? If you don't see plot area, that means you did not selected it, right? So be sure that when you go to format, it has to be plot area, right? Now, what we want to do is that we have to fill it. So go here and then gradient, and then you see I have the light, right? So now we need, you can also go with more gradient, click on it, and then click on gradient fill, and then you will see the preset gradient here, preset. So the preset gradient, give me a second. When you click anywhere, it opens, it pops. So the gradient fill, and then go here, and we are looking for light. That's the one, light gradient SN1. Let's go and read. Apply light gradient SN1. All right. Now, for our best practices is to include the alt text for accessibility compliance. We need to add the alt text, the combo with the period. So highlight this. Control and C to copy. And go back to Excel and then click anywhere and then be sure that the chart is selected. You can close the format chart area. Now do right click and then look for, in the shortcut menu, look for view all text, and then all text pane in the right hand side, and then in the box you have to type or copy and paste. Now close it Let's go back and read. We're done with step number 13, 14. To provide a visual summary of the weekly total for each genre, you will insert spark lines. So select the range B5 all the way to E11 and then insert the line spark line in the in the in the range in the range in the range H5 all the way to H11, right? So and then we have to apply black spark line style dark 4. So first is what is the spark line is in Excel. A spark line in Excel are a tiny chart in individual worksheet cells that visualize the data trend, helping to show the design of the patterns like increases, decreases, or minimum maximum value in a compact format, right? Instead of creating a big chart, you can create these tiny chart in an individual worksheet cell so that you can figure out the trend, what's going up and down, so we can figure out what's going on. So to do that, in step number 14, so what we need to do is go back, go up, scroll up, and then we have to select the cells B5 all the way to E11. B5 all the way to E11, right? You will go to Insert tab. You will go to the group that says Spark Line. Click on Line. It's gonna open Create a Spark Line dialog box. So the data range has already been selected from B5 all the way to E11, right? Now choose where you want the spark line to be placed. We want to place it in H5 all the way to H11, right? So we're gonna select the up arrow and click on H5 all the way to H11. Perfect. And then click the icon in the right, and then we are back to the create spark line and then click OK. Perfect. Now let's go back, and then we need to change the spark line from blue to black spark line style dark 4. So it's now blue. So as you see in the right of the help, I have a new tab, a contextual tab, spark line, and then the style is in the middle. Click the down black arrow, and we are looking for black spark line style dark 4. Click on it. It turns to dark black. Now let's go to step number 15. Displaying the marker helps identify the specific points on the spark line, right? So what we want to do is that you will also change the high point to a different color to stand out. To stand out, we have to change the high point marker point to a different color. So to do that, we have to show the high point and the marker for the spark line and change the high point marker color to red. So go back to Excel. So first we will select the marker. As you see, the point has been added, and then the high point under the show. Now we want to change the high point color into red. As you see here under the style, You will click the marker color. You will go to high point, and then we want that to be red. So the high point is indicating in red, whereas the other ones are in blue color. Perfect. So show the high point and marker for the spark line and change the high point marker color to red. Step number 16. Your last major task is to create a bar chart for a weekly download. So we need to select A4 all the way to E10. All the way to E10. So go back, read carefully, select A4 all the way to E10. A4, A4 all the way to E10. And then what is next? Create a stacked bar chart. Move the chart. So we need to create a stacked bar chart. So go to insert. Under the insert tab in the ribbon, look for the group that says chart. Click recommended and then click all chart. We are looking for bar and then we are looking for stacked. As you see, when you move your cursor over the bar, the screen tips is gonna tell you what kind of bar is this. You see. So we are looking for a stacked bar. Let's read again. So create a stacked bar chart. That's the second one. And then click OK. Now move the chart to a new chart sheet and type weekly downloads for the sheet name. So go back. As we are under the chart design here, I want you to go to the ribbon location and click on move and then click on new sheet and type or paste weekly downloads and click OK. So the chart is moved to a new worksheet named weekly downloads, right? And then we want to change the style to 8 of the chart. So the style is here in the top. We can either change the chart style from the ribbon under the chart design, or we can use the icon in the right of the chart, and then you can change from here too. It's the same. So we want style number 8. When you move your cursor, it's gonna tell you what style is this. This is style 2. Look at the screen tip. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one is the 8. So apply style 8. Let's move to step number 17. Add the chart title above the bar chart and type, or I can copy and paste. April 2024 weekly download by John Ray. So click on the chart, highlight what they have provided us, and paste. Perfect. Control and V to paste, Control and C to copy. Now increase the font size will make the chart element easier to read. So apply the 11-point font size to the category now, right? We have to give it what? The size 11. The category axis, value axis, and the legend for the bar. So let's go back, select, and then go back to home, 11, select this one, change the size to 11, and then the weekly select, go to font under the home, and change the size to 11. Perfect. So increase the font size will make the chart element easier to read. So we applied 11 point font size to the category axis, value axis, and the legend for the bar chart. Now, because the largest value is less than 9,000, you can reduce the maximum bound in the chart. In addition, you want to display the category labels in the same order that they are in the worksheet, right? So we need to change the maximum bounds for the axis value to 9,000 and set the measure unit to 500 for the bar chart. So now to do that, we have to select where the number is and do right click on it. So do it again, click and do right click, format axis. So the maximum 9,000, right? And then the value to 9,000, right? And then we wanna change the unit and set the measure unit to 500 for the bar. That's the unit here, right? We wanna change the unit, the measure to 500. Perfect. And then let's read what next. So use the access option to format the category access so that the category labels are in the reverse order in the bar chart. So what we want to do is that we want to reverse it. So you see here the option that says values in a reverse order. So check this box. As you see now, 500, 1,000, we reversed it all the way to 9,000. So close this, the format access pane, go back, and then let's scroll down. Although the bar chart display major grid lines, minor grid line could improve the appearance. So add the primary minor vertical grid line to the bar chart. So we have to click the element, the plus sign, and then we have to go to the grid, click the right arrow for more, and we are looking for primary minor vertical. All right, and then click here and click it to deselect. Let's go and read. So we add the minor vertical grid line to the bar. For best practices is to include the alt text for accessibility compliance for the bar text. So I will copy. The stack bar shows download for each genre with the period. So copy Control and C after you highlight the text. Now go to Excel and then do right click, not here, again, right click, and then look for View Text Alt, and then paste what you copied. So Control and V, and then close it. Save from the floppy disk. Save it again. So let's go back. Save and close the cumulative assessment movie Excel. Exit Excel and submit the file to MyLab for grading, right? So save. Now I will move these down. I will close the instruction and I will save my Excel again. I will close Excel. First I close the instruction. Now I closed it, my Excel file. Now I will go back to the canvas. I will click assignment so I can upload my finished product or the finished file, and then look for Excel chapter 3, which is here. Excel chapter 3 cumulative assessment movies for PC and Mac. Click on it. Open the person so that we can go to MyLab from the canvas. Now click on continue. So we're done with the download starting material. Now it's time to upload the completed assignment. So click on upload. So select the student Excel chapter 3 cumulative assessment movies Excel file and click open, and then click on upload. Submitting your project for grading, writing for grades. Kudos, your file has been submitted for now. Continue to see what we got. Now I will review and see. So here it says I have 99.3. So obviously I have something done wrong. You see the red here? So obviously a few points that I did not did that, right? So we were supposed to change the font were not set to 14. All right. So let's open the file again. I have to open the file. So let me do it again. So my computer, it looks like it froze on me. So give me a few seconds. Let me refresh it. So the file is here. So let's go to where the problem is with the apple pie here. So the size they said should be 14. Let's go back and read. So let me open the instruction. It's just a few points. So they said add the labels in outside. We did that. Select the name, category name, and percentage, and remove the value. We did that. Now apply 14 point size and black to the data labels. So let's see. So obviously they want us to have the size 14, right? So it was 18. Now that should make it save it. So I will save these somewhere else. It's giving me an error message actually. Let me save it on the desktop. Okay, so we saved it. I will now close it, save, and then let me close this window too. Let's go to assignment. Let's go to chapter number 3, Cumulative movie for PC and Mac. Open, start, upload, upload. Your file has been submitted. Continue. 100% it's complete now. You can review it. So only the problem was in the pie chart, the data label, the size of the text and the percentage was supposed to be 14. So mistakenly, it could be that instead of 14, I choose 18. So here I don't have any problem. As you see, everything is being fixed, no issues. So I hope that you learn the steps in chapter number 3, cumulative assessment regarding movies. So you need to practice, and also you need to subscribe to the channel, like the channel, and also share the channel with your friends, with your family members, so that I can create more productive Excel files for you guys, so that you could comprehensively learn about Microsoft Excel, and that will help me to solve more of your assessments regarding my lab assignment. Thank you so much. Have a nice and blessed day. Thank you. Bye.